Hello, welcome to today's Clarity Reset. Today is all about the hidden cost. Like every business has costs that show up on an invoice and costs that never do. And today we're going to look at that second kind. These are the ones that come out of your energy, your focus, your peace of mind, maybe your time, your sense of self even. These are the costs that quietly add up whether you're keeping track of them or not. And so let's name those things today. First, we're going to start with a grounding exercise. So I invite you to get cozy in your chair or whatever you're sitting in. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and start to pay attention to your breath. Focus on your breath. If your mind starts to race, if you start to drift a little, bring it back and just focus in on your breath. Focus in on the subtle movement of your chest as it expands and contracts whenever you breathe in and breathe out. Focus on the air as it enters through your nostrils. It's a little cool. And as it exits, it's a little warm. Just that little subtle difference. Focus on that for a moment. Let's take a few breaths together. So, a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And now I want you to draw attention to anywhere in your body that you might be holding some tension, some tightness. If it's in your shoulders, let them drop a little. If you're clenching your jaw, don't. Loosen it up. Let the spaces around your eyes relax. If you need to move your neck a little to work out any little kinks, do that. If you need to shift a little to let go of any tension in your back or your torso or your arms or your legs, just make those little shifts. Just let go of any tension, any tightness. Let go of whatever is clenching, whatever's flexed, unflex it. And bring your mind and your attention and your awareness back to your breath as it moves in and out. Just the subtlety of movements. And just be in your body for a few moments. If your mind starts to race, bring it back. It's normal. It's normal for your mind to race. It's normal for your mind to move from thought to thought. You're not trying to make that go away. You just want to bring it back to your body. Focus in on something that isn't all of those things, something that you embody yourself. So it could be your breath. Maybe you focus on a body part. When your mind moves, just bring it back. Now we're going to take a few more breaths together. A deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now bring your awareness back to the present. Open your eyes, grab your journal. For the first couple of minutes, I want you to just brain dump. Don't stop writing this entire time. That's the key. Just keep on writing. So, whatever pops up, this could be a fragmented thought, it could be just a word. Write it down. And if you don't know what to write next, just write the same thing over and over until the next thing comes. Do it for the entirety of the 2 minutes. We have about a minute and a half left now. We do this to get all of the thoughts racing around our head, all of the ideas, all of the kind of chaotic stuff that floats around the to-do list, the things that we forgot to do, what happened last Tuesday. Move all of that out of your head and onto paper so that when we get to these journal prompts, you're not sifting through all of that. This is one way to remove some rose-colored lenses, right? Drop all of that on the paper. You got a little more than 30 seconds left to just keep dropping whatever you got on the paper. Whatever's surfacing, whatever's coming up, put it down. Get it out. Get it out of your head. Get it out of the way. All right. So, our first question today is this: what is your business actually costing you right now beyond money? So, this isn't about your financial costs. This is like, these are the other costs. This is your time, your energy, your mental load, maybe any emotional labor, sleep. Maybe it's costing you sleep or something in your relationships. Maybe your business is costing you peace of mind. Whatever it is, do a full inventory. What is running this business actually taking from you on a regular basis? This doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be things that are necessarily detrimental. You know, maybe it's a good cost. Maybe it's a cost you want to keep. That's okay. Everything's a cost, right? But name them. Give you a few more minutes. This is basically the invoice you're creating right now. So again, these are not financial costs. These are other ones. So it could be costs in your time, your energy, your sleep, your mental load, emotional labor, peace of mind. Be real about it without judging. Just be real about it. You have about 2.5 minutes left. You got plenty of time. Be specific too. If you wrote down energy, which energy? Your like social energy, your executive function kind of energy, your creative energy, what kind of energy? And time. If you wrote down time, well, how much time? What time? What would you be doing instead with your time if you didn't have the business? Your relationships. What in your relationships? Be specific. Really name what the costs are. We got a little more than a minute left. Okay, start wrapping it up. Okay. The next question that I want you to answer is this. I want you to look back at this list. What is the single highest cost that never gets acknowledged? So look at that list. It's the one that's been there the longest, or maybe the one that takes the most out of you, or maybe the one that you've never said outside or out loud, but name it. Give it a number. Like what does it cost you per week, per month, per year if you keep paying it? Again, looking at the list, what is the single highest cost that's not getting acknowledged? Maybe there was one that was surprising. Write it down. What is it costing you? If there's a number you can put to it, put a number on it. But think about what it costs you per week. If it's something about time, how much time? You know, if it's availability, like how much availability? If it's peace of mind, how much of your peace of mind? If there's a way you could put a number on it, put a number on it. If not, that's okay. But what does that peace of mind cost you in a week, in a month? What about a whole year if you keep paying it? All right. Now, the next question. Where is that cost actually coming from? Where is that cost actually coming from? What is generating that cost? So, Let me be a little more detailed. So this isn't about like the symptom. Um, this is more like the source. It's like this is the decision you made and haven't it could be a decision you've made and like haven't revisited. Or it could be something that you've been tolerating. Or it could be a gap where you are and where you want to be. But it could be many. It could also be a belief that is costing you more than it's giving you. But be specific as you can. What is the cost actually coming from? So let's say it was peace of mind. Why? Why is it peace of mind? What is the source of that peace of mind? What is the source of not having peace of mind about your business? So what is this thing that you keep doing? Why do you keep doing it? That's another way to look at it. Why do you keep doing it? What is the source of why you keep doing it if it's costing you? And maybe it's worthwhile, maybe it's useful, maybe you need to keep doing it. This isn't judgmental. It's just an honest look. Again, some ideas are it's a decision you made and maybe haven't revisited it in a while, or it's something that you've been tolerating, or it's a gap between where you are and where you want to be, or maybe it's a belief that you hold that's costing you more than it's giving you. But be specific. We got about a minute left. Where is that cost actually coming from? What is generating that cost? Why do you keep paying that price? All right, wrap it up. And we're going to do another finish the sentence. This is typically what our fourth one is. This is the reckoning. This is the sentence. I want you to write this in full and then write the answers in. Don't just write the answers. Here's the sentence. I have been willing to keep paying this cost because blank. But what it is actually costing me is blank. So the first one is honest about the reason. Even if the reason is fear or maybe inertia or like not knowing what else to do. And the second one is the number. It's the thing itself. Maybe it's not a real number, maybe it's just the thing itself. I have been willing to keep paying this cost because blank, but what it is actually costing me is blank. And we'll have a couple of minutes to work on this. And I've been willing to keep paying this cost because blank, but what it is actually costing me is blank. As you're finishing up, I'll just wrap it up by saying this. The moment you see the cost clearly, whatever that cost is, or maybe there were multiple costs, but the moment you see those costs clearly, that's the moment you get to decide if you're still willing to pay it. And maybe you are. Just because something is costing your business now doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. Sometimes you don't get a return on your investment for a while, and then sometimes things are going to cost a lot if they're going to be good. So this isn't about, canceling out anything that's costing you more than it's returning to you in this moment. But it is about just being aware of the costs that aren't related to money, that are related to other things that matter just as much and maybe sometimes more than the money. Be aware of it because at some point, maybe there's a moment you can let go of that cost. Maybe there's a moment that you're like, you know what? I don't need to pay this anymore. Right on. Right. So, anyway, I hope that today was able to bring you some clarity around maybe some habits in your business or some things you're doing in your business that just needed another look. Just needed to be, you know, checked out and made sure it was still worthwhile to be doing. Maybe it's not, maybe it is. So, anyway, I'd love to hear from you about this and see how it went for you. So, please feel free to share in the comments. I'm always watching, and I would love to talk with you more about it. So, have a good one. Bye, guys.